Hi Libra, here's your astrology overview for 2024, brought to you by planetswithin.com. I am astrologer Joseph Anthony. You have a big year ahead of you. This is because 2 eclipses are going to rock your world, and a third one which could bring in new people into your life. The 2 eclipses I'm talking about is we have a solar eclipse in Aries, which is going to be in October. It's going to be in April. We have a lunar eclipse in March in your sign, and then we have another eclipse on October the 2nd. That's going to be a solar eclipse, which is going to reevaluate and change your world completely. And so these 3 eclipses are going to be very significant throughout the year, and I will cover that. This reading is for anyone who has a Libra rising or has a Libra sun sign. And again, it's a very general overview because I don't have everybody's birth chart, and everyone's birth chart and birthdays are different. So, but Libra, you guys have a golden opportunity to reinvent yourselves this year. And so it has to do with the people in your life, how you see yourself, how others see you. There'll be some financial opportunities in the mix as well because of Jupiter going direct at the beginning of the year. And by the way, we astrologers, the way we figure things out is we look at the outer planets, Jupiter out, and we see how things are connecting. And this is how we know what the year looks like. So between the eclipses and the outer planets, we have a good indication of what the themes are for the year. So it's going to be a very important year for everybody, as a matter of fact. 2024 is going to feel completely different than 2023 or 2022. And so it'll be more supercharged, especially in the first, I'd say, 5 or 6 months of the year. We also have Jupiter that's going to be switching signs into Gemini, which is going to increase the need to communicate. That's going to be very important as well. So let's get into it. We have Jupiter in Taurus. That begins the year right on the very first day of the year. Jupiter is moving direct, and this is in your 8th house of financial matters and having to do with transformation and income and investments. So you might find yourself with new opportunities. Maybe you're taking on some new clients. Maybe there's an investment. Maybe there's an inheritance, depending on your birth chart. This could be very important for many of you. But then on the 25th, Jupiter enters Gemini, which is really important because now it's in another air sign like yours, which is a more favorable alignment. So here we see opportunity to increase the desire for communication, to come up with all kinds of ideas, creativity. You might find yourself dreaming and thinking about the future, and things are becoming more evident to you because Jupiter is going to be in that 9th house for many of you, which is very favorable. And so you might be more playful and more charming at this time. And but this, no doubt about it, is about your future. So you want to pay attention to that. Saturn will continue to make its way through the sign of Pisces, and this has a very good alignment to it. It has to do with the health, daily routine, responsibility. With Saturn going through the 6th house, it's forcing you to do things. That's what Saturn does. It brings in karma, and it forces you to look at things in a different way. But you have to work hard for it. And so in Pisces, it's about using your imagination, focusing on your health and well-being, and being a little bit more determined. So that'll stay in that 6th house the whole year. Uranus will continue to make its way through your 8th house of deep psychological transformation, and this is going to be very significant as well. So you're learning about, your values and what you believe in, and how things are changing on a larger scale. Now, of course, this is also affecting the whole financial system, as I've been talking about in other videos. So this could absolutely be an effect outside of your control when we begin to see Uranus making some changes this year as it makes aspects to other planets. But it'll continue to go through your 8th house, so you're going through sort of a great awakening or awareness that with this Jupiter and Uranus in the 8th house. Here's the big news, really. Pluto going into Aquarius, and this is entering your 5th house. And so this has a lot to do with your creativity, creative endeavors on all areas of life. And again, it's another air sign like yours. So on the 20th and 21st, Pluto re-enters Aquarius. And so anything associated with technology, innovation, creativity of all kinds. You might have throughout the entire year feeling inspired or feeling creative on some level. This will definitely help transform your love life, the lives of your children, the people in your life, because it's going to go through the 5th house. And Pluto has a way of transforming things, and it does it nice and slow as it goes through the sign. So you'll have plenty of time to reevaluate things, but it could bring you in some major change to how you view the world. Now let's look at your overall chart here, beginning on January the 1st. We have your ruler Venus moving direct in the 3rd house of communication and ideas. So maybe there's a need to travel here, explore, write, talk about other things, self-expression. Mercury comes out of retrograde on the very 1st as well. There it is in stationary position. And Mars is in Sagittarius as well. So you're definitely, feeling more motivated and filled with ideas and communication. This seems to be the theme here as we start off the year. But as we go into or towards the end of January, Uranus wakes up. Pluto is also making a move. So on the 20th and 21st, there's Pluto making its way into the 5th house of love, creativity, children, speculation, gambling. This is the house there. There could be some surprises around the 20th. Maybe somebody surprises you, And so this could be very important. Could have something to do with a family matter, family dynamics, real estate, feelings. All of that could be highlighted. But Uranus also wakes up right here. Uranus is going to be stationary position right there. And it will start moving forward on the 27th and 28th, and then it'll start picking up speed. So you'll have Jupiter and Uranus in this 8th house, giving you golden opportunities to increase your financial bottom lines or take care of investments or any of that nature. You're definitely in a very creative mode by the end of January. Now, these are some of the major transits that I want you to keep an eye out for. Maybe you want to jot them down. And some of these are actually pretty positive. But this first one, January 20th, could be very much filled with surprises as Pluto enters Aquarius in that 5th house. Here's another big surprise one, April the 20th, where Jupiter conjuncts Uranus in Taurus. That's that 8th house of surprises having to do with financial matters, other people's money, anything to do with surprise income coming in. May the 23rd, Jupiter will also sextile Neptune. Again, very favorable for work and for daily routine. And then, of course, May the 25th, Jupiter enters Gemini, which again is very favorable. Could be some traveling involved or exploring or learning something new. June the 2nd, again, another favorable alignment, this time between Jupiter and Pluto in your 5th house. So this could be one of the luckiest times of the year for many of you, having to do with relationships or traveling or learning something new. But then the second half of the year gets a little wonky. And because here we have on the 19th, we have Jupiter squaring Saturn. And so this is always a difficult alignment. Jupiter will be in that 9th house and Saturn will be in that 6th house. So watch your health, watch for weird dynamics going on with work-wise or your daily routine. There could be some changes there. September, Pluto retrogrades back into Capricorn, which is back into that 4th house, but it's only there for a little period of time, and it's only in the last degree of Capricorn, which is really Capricorn Aquarius. And so this is a little bit of a wonky, weird time. But when we go into your time of the year, which is October, is when the energy starts to pick up again with that solar eclipse. And I'll get to all the eclipses in a minute, but it'll start picking up. But November the 19th, another time where Pluto now enters Aquarius and stays in Aquarius for the next 20 years. So very significant time. And then at the end of the year, we have this weird energy where Mars slows down to go retrograde in Leo. And so something has occurred to society or is going on with the economy or, weird politics that is really causing a lot of changes to society at this time. And I talked about some of it in 2024 video overview. And then at the end of the year, we have the second Jupiter square Saturn, which is always very significant. And again, this has to do with the 9th house and the 6th house. So it could have something to do with work, health matters, direction. Your daily routine could change. So as you can see here, the second half of 2024 looks a little weird, except for October, which is a very favorable time for many of you. So Let's get into the eclipses, because these are going to be very significant this year for many of you. As you can see here, 2 of them are in Libra. Here's one, here's the second. And then the other one is in Aries in your opposite sign. So on March the 25th, lunar eclipse in Libra. April the 8th, total solar eclipse. This is a very powerful eclipse in Aries, starting new projects, meeting new people, new things coming your way. And then again in the fall, we have this wonky energy coming in, because they'll have this lunar eclipse in Pisces, which is an ending, a completion, a realization of some kind in your 6th house of work and service. And then this reinventing of yourself on October 2nd in Libra. So let's go through all the charts. Here we have the first one on March the 25th. It's going to be at, I believe, 5 degrees of Libra, right here in the 1st house. And so this has a lot to do with your identity. Maybe you're done with a certain project. Maybe you're done with a certain person. Maybe you're done looking at yourself in a certain way, and you're needing to reinvent yourself, because Pluto is going to be trine this this moon. So it looks very favorable for some sort of transformation taking place and opportunity. So it could be opportunity for work, a change to your daily routine, because of all these planets also in the 6th house. And so, pay attention to your health, pay attention to your exercise program. This could all be highlighted around this time as well. So this could be all of that. Something new is starting to emerge here is what I'm seeing, but something old has to give way or has to move on, because this one is super powerful at 19 degrees of Aries in the 7th house. And so this is going to bring in new people, new situations, people all around you. This could be a very important time for many of you. Mercury will be retrograde though, right there. Okay, so there could be a little bit of confusion, because there's a lot going on at this time for many of you. And so you're really questioning it all, because you're excited. Here's your ruler Venus, also in Aries. And so you're kind of like, oh my God, what the heck is going on? Wow, I got all this stuff going on and all these people, and I'm meeting all these new people. And so it could be a very exciting time for many of you. And so, this could have to do with partners and business partners and whatever's going on in society at that moment. Here's the other eclipse on the 17th. We have, this one's going to be at 25 degrees of Pisces. So it's going to be conjunct Neptune. So it's a really heavy energy. So you're going to be careful with health at this time, or service to others, or even pets. 6th house rules pets. Because it'll be opposing the sun. Okay, and it'll be opposing Mercury in Virgo. Okay, so we have this opposition going on, but it's also going to be squaring Jupiter right there in the 9th house. So you may be at a crossroads at this time, where you're questioning your career and what you really want, or what the hell's happening to society. And, everything is in flux. Fortunately, Venus will be in your sign. So you're either able to talk to other people about it, or, come out of it and, start realizing, hey, this is not what I want anymore. Maybe I need to change. Maybe I need to go in a new direction. And this is all setting the stage for the next eclipse, which is going to be the solar eclipse in Libra on the 2nd, right there in the 1st house of identity and self. And this will be, I believe, at 10 degrees of Libra. So it's suggesting that you're reinventing yourself here. And so the last eclipse is, suggesting that you change in some way, or maybe you need to let go of something or someone, where this one is suggesting a new opportunity, a new direction, a new way of looking at yourself, a new opportunity financially as well. Venus, your ruler, is in Scorpio in the 2nd house. So it could be any one of these things that comes your way that you need to pay attention to. So, the sky's the limit here, and we'll have to see where we're at that time. But again, this is a general overview. Here are the retrogrades for the year that we need to pay attention to. The first one's not as important, because it opens up the new year and going direct in Sagittarius, which is the 3rd house of communication for you guys. So, you're firing all cylinders, you're ready to go, and move forward. But April the 1st, this one is important, because it'll be right there sandwiched between those 2 eclipses. And so this retrograde may slow you down, rethink things before you move forward. And then bam, all of a sudden this energy comes in on the 8th with that solar eclipse. So this is going to be a very big one you need to pay attention to. August the 5th, this one is in Virgo, which has a lot to do with spiritual matters, health-related matters. your sense of purpose, analyzing the small details of your life and where you're at. So you may be coming to some sort of realization about what you're doing for work at this time. And then this last one, November the 25th, Mercury goes retrograde in Sagittarius once again in that third house of communication. So you're questioning things again, and you're going back in time, because that's what retrograde means, going back, retro. And so you're questioning all of it. Maybe you're going back to an old neighborhood. Maybe you're reconnecting with some friends in the past. And this seems to be the theme as well. Here are the dates that I want you to keep an eye out for. And of course, the red are the ones that you want to really pay attention to, because there's the most bang for your buck. There's a lot of energy coming in around those time frames. So here it is, the first one, January 20th to 21st. Sun conjunct Pluto in Aquarius. That's that sixth house that's being activated. And then again, it'll get activated in February when Mars conjuncts Pluto in Aquarius. So we got a lot of energy coming in for you guys. Not really the sixth house, it's the fifth house. So this is a lot of creative energy coming in here. And then we have another Mars square Uranus in March. This one's from Leo to Taurus in the 8th house. So this could have something to do with friendships and money matters that we need to pay attention to. And of course, I talked about the eclipses. Here they are. But here's April the 20th. Jupiter conjunct Uranus in that 8th house once again in Taurus. Could be surprises. Could be some money coming your way, an investment, an inheritance, whatever it is. And then it gets repeated again, the cycle on May the 13th. Jupiter conjunct Uranus in Taurus. So there could be some favorability here with opportunity that comes your way right there in April and May. So here's the continuation of that list. Of course, the Jupiter entering Gemini is going to be huge. That favorable June 2nd alignment. But then here's that wonky second half of the year, as I was talking about. July 15th, Mars conjunct Uranus in Taurus. Once again, that 8th house could have something to do with financial matters that you have to take care of, such as investments. The 19th, Jupiter square Saturn. The 1st, Pluto conjunct Capricorn. Again, these are heavy energies that are coming in. This may have something to do with a move, or deciding to move, or thinking about moving again, or remodeling. And here's those eclipses again, where you're kind of reinventing yourself. October the 11th, Pluto goes direct, getting some clarity on what it is that you want. And then, of course, November 19th, Pluto enters that Aquarius in that 5th house and stays there for the next 20 years. And then at the end of the year, we round off the year with this wonky, weird energy that slows things down once again in the last month of 2024. Okay, so remember, it's happening to everyone, not just you guys, Libra rising. And always meditate on this. This is what I do, and I tell all my clients this. Meditate on who you really are. You're not your mind, you're not your fears, you're not your doubts. You're the spirit in that physical suit having the human experience. And the more you remind yourself of that on a regular basis, every day I say this to myself, or I say it to myself before I go to sleep, I remind myself of who I really am. So I don't take things personally. I go with the flow. I follow what I need to do, and then it helps out a lot. So by all means, use this video slide, as help. If you like this video, please subscribe, like, share, and spread the word. Follow me on social media platforms. I always appreciate it. And have a great year, Libra. Make the best you can. Remember, this is a big year for you guys for change. So don't be afraid of it. Go after it and make it happen. All right. Talk to you guys soon. Bye for now.